Hey, thanks for checking out my video. I'm Olivia, and today I feel like playing with some older makeup. So I've had a slightly off day for no significant reason, it's all trivial. But I'm in a pissy mood, so what better time to have some makeup therapy? So yeah, kind of just felt like doing something summery, something low-key today, just kind of for funsies. I've been kind of thinking about pairing different palettes together lately just to do something a little more fun and inspired. So I felt like what better time to reach for these two palettes today. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing a quick look using the Natasha Denona bronze and the Pastel palette. Here's the bronze palette. It's obviously very summery. I'm always inspired to reach for it around this time of the year. Definitely not one that I've gotten a ton of use out of, but that's kind of like all palettes in my collection because I have too many. I did want to use this one today though. And as I mentioned, I thought it would pair really nicely with the Pastel palette. This one looks like this. This is probably actually one of my most used Natasha Denona palettes. I've used this one quite a bit, usually in the spring and summertime as well. And yeah, I just thought I'd break it out again today. That's the plan for today. I also am absolutely wearing my hockey shirt, which also is my pajama shirt. I was kind of in a funk, so I didn't really want to change, but now that I've sat down to film, I feel like I should wear something cuter. I might find something that will go better with a cute little makeup look. Maybe it'll put me in a better mood too, so please hold. All right, this is way more fun. Oh, it kind of goes with my nails too. All right, so now that I feel cute, let's just get into the makeup. For the base, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you've seen these a lot before. I'm really just trying to use this up so that it does not have to exist in my collection anymore. This is the CoverFX Natural Finish Foundation. I don't think this brand exists anymore. This is very old. It's also a little drying, so I'm going to pair it with the Physicians Formula Spotlight Primer. I guess I will put the hair back. So a lot of the primer came out, so this is probably like 60 or 70% primer and the rest foundation. But that's okay. The foundation kind of sucks anyway. And I put way too much on my hand. That's okay. And in keeping with the CoverFX theme, I'm going to use their concealer as well. This is the Power Play Concealer. So I'm just kind of annoyed today. I bought a mic to use for my YouTube channel. Again, I know this is all very trivial. But I bought a mic honestly a couple months ago and I just sort of forgot about it. But I've been meaning to use it, especially for my Shop My Stash videos because the audio's like not good. Wow, that concealer really got everywhere. I was a little out of hand. But yeah, the audio in those videos really isn't good. The room that my makeup's in and that I film in is a little bit echoey. And I feel like it's not as noticeable or as bad when I'm doing videos like this because I feel like I'm a good distance away. But it's harder when I'm doing the Shop My Stash videos because I have to be like right up near the drawers. So I've noticed, and I've gotten like 1 or 2 comments that the audio could be better. I should invest in a mic. So I did. Again, I kind of forgot about it for a couple months, but I've been planning on filming my summer Shop My Stash, which I wanted to do today. I'm just going in with this cream bronzer from Fenty in the shade Butter Biscuit. But yeah, so I was planning on filming my Shop My Stash video today because I had the afternoon and those videos take kind of a long time. So I tried to prepare yesterday. I made sure the mic was charged. I looked at the instructions, even though you'd think it was pretty intuitive, and it was based on the instructions. So I just made sure I knew like how to use it, like how to set it up and everything. Everything was good to go today. I kind of like put some of my older palettes away just to clear up my space. I was just kind of ready to go today. And then of course the mic, just for whatever reason, wasn't working. And like I was able to get it on, it was connected to the receiver. The lights were lit up as they were supposed to be. So like everything was working fine. It's just that when I tried to record a little testing video, it obviously was not picking up the mic. It was still just my iPhone. I think I spent honestly like 2 hours just trying to like trial it and reset it and like look at the instructions again. The whole 2 pages of them. It's just kind of frustrating because like I assume it's just a faulty product. I mean, it was like probably 30 Canadian dollars on Amazon. So that's my assumption. I mean, it's just a mic. There's literally one button. So I don't know, the day just kind of felt a little bit wasted. I like planned all of Atlas's walks around it. You know, I had the window and then I just felt like I kind of wasted it. It's definitely a very trivial reason to be frustrated or annoyed. I could have had many other horrible things happen, so really not that bad of a problem. I'm just gonna take this side from this duo from Fenty as well. This one's in the shade Peony Droppa. It is frustrating though, like as a part-time YouTuber or content creator, like I'm trying to be a little more consistent, but like obviously things take priority. So I feel like when I have a free day or free afternoon, I try to be very strategic and mindful. I want to be efficient so that I can keep filming regularly. So yeah, I don't know, the day just kind of felt thrown off. Again, really not the end of the world. I was bitching to Brad and then he just convinced me to film a makeup look instead, so really the day is not wasted. Here we are. We're getting a fun little makeup look instead. I've ordered a new mic from Amazon. I will trial it before I actually intend to use it next time. It was also on the cheap side. I'm kind of reluctant to invest in something really expensive right now just because obviously I'm such a small channel. Since we're playing around with some Natasha Denona today, I decided to reach for the Bronze Cheek face palette. I think I'm going to dip into this cream highlight here and then I'll use one or both of these bronzers to top over the cream bronzer that I have. But I'm going to start with this cream highlight. All right, and while we're here, I think I will just go in with the powdered bronzers. I'm just going to start with this light one here. I feel like that might be enough for today. I don't really want the base to be too intense. I feel like the eye look... No, I feel like it's going to be pretty smoky. I was going to say it's going to be a light wash, but I think we're going smoky today. I still don't want a super intense base. I feel like this is enough. It's looking nice and glowy. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this powder from Becca, just kind of under my eyes and around my T-zone a little bit. I don't want to powder too much. I'm kind of happy with just having a very glowy base today. I don't know if I'll need another blush. I feel like I'm happy with how the base is looking so far, so I'm just going to leave it for now. I will do my brows off camera and then I'll be back to do the eye look. All right, the brows are done. The eyes are primed. Let's get into the eye look. So obviously I was going for something summery, hence why I picked two very summery palettes. I'm kind of eyeing these two shades, potentially the peach and or maybe limoncello here. And then from the bronze palette, I'm kind of torn. I was really thinking about doing like maybe a bronzy shimmer with like the pop of like that chartreusey green from the Pastel palette. But you know I love a smoky look. So I also am really leaning on like maybe pairing all those bright shades with this one here. Or like maybe even with this one here. I feel like one of those would be fun. I do feel like going super smoky might take away from the summery feel. I think what I'll do is start with the Pastel palette. I'll kind of do like the foundation of the look with the colors I want, and then I'll probably just swatch out a couple shimmers and we'll kind of go from there. Can you tell I'm indecisive? Now I also can't pick if I want the purple in the front and the green in the back, or vice versa. There's so many fun colors to choose from. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I feel like we need the green in the front because then I can also use like this one or this one on the inner corner. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to use Zest on the inner part of the crease. And I think I'll use Feather on the outer part of the crease. Maybe. Don't hold me to anything. Might have done a bit much on that one. I'll just try to blend it out with a sort of clean brush. It's not that clean, but it'll do. All right, I like that. I think I am gonna use Feather. I might deepen it up with another purple. This shade really is kind of giving us nothing. I really like the tone of it. I just wish it gave a little bit more payoff. The problem is I don't think I want to go into this purple because it's not really the same vibe. I think I have to though. I think I'll probably just mix the two purples and then deepen up the crease a little bit. All right, it's working out well because I mixed them, I think. I'm using some of that darker purple on the lower lash line. I'm just gonna keep it on the outer part though. All right, so from the bronze palette, these were the 3 shades I was kind of looking at for the lid. This one is this one here called Rhodium. Not really much going on in that one either. I know these are the older Natasha Denona formula, but like, these still weren't cheap. Why are we getting this? This could be a good shade to like layer, and the tone is pretty cool. I feel like it would go with the chartreuse especially. This is the other option. This one was Gloaming, I think it's called. This one here. That would be pretty. I don't know if that's the vibe though. And then this third one is Palladium. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. But that's this one. That one might be a fun color. I feel like that would go really nicely with the green. I feel like maybe I'll go with my original plan just because that was the plan. So I'm gonna try Rhodium. It does seem very lackluster, but if I don't love it, maybe if I top the shade over it, it'll salvage it a little bit. Maybe I'll just see how that goes, or I'll do one on each eye or something. I wonder if I should have layered this over the black. That would have been very dark though. I don't hate that. It's kind of an odd shade. It's almost like, I don't know if like an oil slick type of shade would be a good way to describe it. It's just like almost like muddy looking. It's kind of a grungy shade. There's not a lot of texture, but I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting, and like, I want to say it's kind of ugly, but like it pairs well with like these bright colors, I feel like, because of that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I love that. I don't really know what I was expecting. I don't know if topping over it with this will make it better though. Maybe I'll just do a little bit in the front. Let's just do a little bit. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe I'll just top over the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. Anticlimactic. We have to match the sides now though. This might be overkill, but what if I topped over with this shade from the Pastel palette? This one's called Dainty. I feel like this would have topped over that first shade from the bronze palette better, but now that I put the bronze on top of the bluey shade, it could still work. Let's just try it in the middle. You know what? Let's just do it all over. What is just the middle gonna do? Just give her. Yeah, I like that better. I think I like that better. I think I wish I skipped the second shimmer. I think this would have been cool over that first one, but I think overall it's coming together. I like it. I think I will take a little bit, no. I think I'm gonna try Limoncello on the inner part of the lower lash line. If I don't like it, I'll just top over it with Zest. Just going with my finger. I'm gonna do Limoncello on the inner corner too. I'm doing a little bit more of Zest right here, just because I wanted that to be very prominent in the look. Such a fun shade. I love like a bright green or chartreuse. Those are always some of my favorite colors. I feel like I don't play with them enough in makeup, so I'm happy I did today. I'm just gonna blend out this part a little bit more too. And then I think just because I'm gonna take this dark shade from the bronze palette and deepen up the outer corner. Just feel like we can use a little bit of depth. Maybe just a little bit on the lower lash line too. And I'm just getting carried away and I can't stop doing things, so now I'm just doing a bit of a liner detail. Not all the way across, but just on the outer portion. All right, I'm actually really happy with the eye look. I feel like it looks kind of funky, it looks really fun. Maybe not quite as summery as I was initially planning. Well, no, I feel like this is like summer nights vibe. Like it's a little smoky, but you still have a pop of color. That is kind of the combo I think about when I think of like summer nights, especially the pop of chartreuse and then the bright yellow on the lower lash line. I feel like we kept it within the season. So I'm gonna finish the look up. I really don't feel like putting on a lash, but I feel like it's gonna look hot with a lash. So I'll just force myself to do it. And I'll be back in just a second to show you the final look. Alrighty, so here's where we're at with the look. I did want to do a highlight before we finish up though. I'm very torn because we've been on the Natasha Denona kick, so I kind of wanted to use this one. This is the Pastel Plexi Glow highlight from Natasha Denona. This one's really pretty. I almost want to say it has like just the slightest like yellowy green kind of hint to it. I might be making that up, but I feel like that's what I see when I put it on. So I do like this one a lot, and I feel like it's kind of on theme with the video. But another good option would be this incredibly obnoxious highlight from Illamasqua. This one's in the shade Deity, and it also kind of flips like pinky purple to a bit of a green. It's a bit of an iridescent color, so I do feel like this one would be perfect with the eye look. But again, the Natasha Denona. I think to mix it up, I'll try the Illamasqua. If I'm dissatisfied, we'll just layer and do 15 highlights. But we'll start with the Illamasqua and we'll see how that looks. Realistically, my lighting and camera probably wouldn't pick up either of them, so it doesn't really matter in the end. I feel like it's just looking a little bit more yellow than anything right now, but I don't know, I feel like it's still really pretty. I'm not mad at it. So I might just stick with this one. Or I might not. Let's go in with the Natasha Denona one too. Let's just do it. I feel like they're both so light though, it wouldn't really make, it just looks like more of a highlight. It doesn't really change the tone just because now it's just incredibly glowy. So now I'm very glowy. Honestly though, I like it. I like the finished look. I feel summery and cute. I feel like it turned out really nicely. Let me show you what I used to finish up the look. For the lashes, I just used a pair from this set that my friend actually decluttered to me recently. These are from New Cali Beauty. No idea, I've never heard of them, but they're really nice and fluffy. I like them so far. For the waterline, as a little bit extra, I used this lime green from LA Girl. This is from their Pastel Dream line. This one, this one's from their Pastel Dream line, and it's in the shade Magic Mint. It was a little bit poppier than the actual eyeshadow though, so I topped over it with this one from ColourPop. It's just a pale yellow. I thought it'd be a good one to kind of tone down the green, but still keep it really bright. And it's in the shade Extra Frosting. So that's what I did to finish up the eyes. The lips were trial and error. I did a little bit of an experiment and didn't like it. So for the final combo, I decided I was happy with. I did this lip liner from Makeup Forever. As usual, it's in the shade Wherever Walnut. And then I really threw it back with this classic from Urban Decay. This is in the shade Back Talk. I've really been loving this one lately. It's kind of a nice mix between purple and pink. I tend to kind of shy away from like truly pink lipsticks. I just feel like there's not many pinks that would look good on my skin tone. So they're not usually my cup of tea, but I feel like because this one's leaning a little bit more purple, I don't know, I just feel like it's a little bit more flattering. It goes with a lot of looks. It's almost like pink but grungier. Anyway, I have a newfound appreciation for this lately. It's been around for a very long time. I don't know if they make this shade anymore. I would hope that they do, because I remember they like created a whole palette around the shade. Please let me know if you were around when the Back Talk palette came out from Urban Decay. I feel like that one got shit on a little bit. I never had that palette, and I feel like that's odd for me because I collected so much Urban Decay back in the day. Like, I think I have all of their Naked palettes except for that like Rockstar one that came out or something. That's when I kind of stopped. But yeah, I never had the Back Talk palette. I don't remember it getting the best reviews, and clearly I must have been turned off from the idea of it, because yeah, I'm surprised I didn't own that. Anyway, that was a bit of a side tangent, but that is everything I used to finish up the look today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I am being summoned to feed somebody dinner. Atlas, come. Do you want to come say hi? Somebody needs his dinner. The G word. Who's that? It's the hungry boy. So I've got some motherly obligations to attend to. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love to know if you have any of these palettes still. Thank you so much for spending your time watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!